Hello everyone, my name is Mengde and this is my introduction on how my Orion target scanner project worked. I built this over the summer break of 2026. I ran it using Python on VS Code and uploaded it to my GitHub, where I connected to a free web hosting service called Render. This is pretty great. You can host your websites on here, but there's a slight problem, and it's that if your web is inactive for 15 minutes, it stops, and then you need to wait 50 seconds for it to restart. So this is why I use another free website called Uptime Robot to ping my server every 5 minutes to make sure it stays on. And as you can see, it's been staying on for a day and 8 hours since the last restart. My website is in the link right here. You can use it on Windows or Mac. When you use it on a PC, you press the snap target photo and you can um, select a photo. It works for JPEG, PNG, all of these. It should work for most openable file types. So how my program works is it uses the official ISSF 10.9 point system. It finds the center of the targets in the 10 targets outside. It ignores the two silent targets, and it will find or tries to find where the bullet hole is and try to find the middle. It'll calculate the distance between the middle and the bullet hole and use that distance to calculate your scores. Now, it can be a bit finicky if the bullet hole is outside the black peripheral circle, or if it's right in between the black and white peripheral. In that case, just try to scan the target again to see if it picks it up. So ideally, you want to scan the full target picture itself, because if you scan something outside, if there's something outside, for example, like your finger, it might detect that as a bullet hole by accident. I'll try some other images to show that it's working. Yeah, in this instance, you can see that this is not precisely in the middle of the bullet hole, but it should be fine because this only usually applies to when the targets are further out. And if you're realistically shooting the whites, it does not really matter because this is a bad shot. I'll try one more photo. Yeah, it works pretty well, I think. Now I will show you how to set it up on iPhone or Android and how to make the actual web app itself on your home screen. This is the phone version for iOS or Android for how to use the Target Scanner app. You have to use Safari no matter if you're iOS or Android. Enter the same link I showed earlier. From here, you can directly use the website to scan targets. It should work. Okay. Alternatively, you can press the three dots on the bottom right, press share, scroll down to where it says add to home screen right here. You can set the name to whatever you want. Make sure the open as web app is on, and I set the icon to the left. After you press add, it should automatically be on your home screen. Now, you can move this around like a normal app. It should function normally. You don't need Safari anymore. You can forget about that. Once you're in the app, you can press snap target photo and then try to fit as much of the paper in the photo as possible so you don't have any outside disturbances. After that, press use photo. It should scan the same way as it does on PC. As you can see, all of the images scanned perfectly. Now, also one additional thing, you want to make sure the background is white or some other bright color. At the Marksmanship station, there's white tables, so this should not be a problem. We'll test a few other photos to make sure it's working. Now, occasionally there are bugs where it does not scan all the targets correctly. In that case, just press scan again and it should work. This also works fine. Let me try another target. Now, this accuracy is around 90%. Yeah, as you can see here, target 3, it did not scan very well. So in this case, you would want to save the rest of the target scores and try to rescan, or if really does not work, just grade it by hand. In this case, let me try to rescan the target. I tried to debug this bug as much as possible, but sometimes the camera lighting or the photo is just not good. Okay, in this case, it worked well the second time. Correctly scanned this target. But sometimes if it still doesn't work even after 2 to 3 tries, maybe due to the bullet hole having issues itself, or it's not completely passed through the target, then you might just want to manually grade it. This is the highest accuracy version I've made so far, and it should work for most of the time.